Now I'm going to show you that single one most important piece of strategy for a fight, especially for MMA, for boxing, for kickboxing, for self-defense. It's always pretty much the same. So let's do it. The mistake that most people do in a fight is that they believe that it has to do with a lot of anger and aggression and the more angry and the more aggressive I am, that the likelier I will win. Even to the point that many untrained men seriously believe that when they would be really angry, they somehow would beat up a professional fighter on the street, which is absolutely ridiculous if you think about it. But nonetheless, they hold that disbelief because they don't know better. So in a fight, actually what I need is a bit of patience and a lot of strategy. So there is needed some aggression, but almost never to the point of being uncontrolled. The biggest beginner mistake ever is to look only for the one big shot. So there's probably only two beginners. Almost everybody falls under either of those categories. One is the one that's very timid, very shy, that doesn't want to hit, and that makes that big mistake, that big error of thinking, yeah, I'll wait for the right shot. So he tries to defend because he thinks, yeah, I need to defend all his shots, and then he's waiting for that one big opening where he can knock his opponent out, which will never happen. And the second one is the one that's wildly swinging. He's just coming at you and he's just punching, and he's sure that way he's gonna knock you out for sure. Which will, you guessed it, never happen. So it works with beginners, but did you already see that if I swing at him, he's just covering up. He's just weathering the storm. I could swing at him until I'm tired, and then suddenly he's gonna bloom up, bam, bam, and hit back. So I need to apply some piece of strategy. And you've probably seen a couple times, especially with boxers, that they somehow evade some of the punches. Like if he's doing a right punch, he's like, whoa, bam, boom. And you're like, wow, his reaction time is just over the top. And it's not, well, it is, but it's not the key point. It's somehow like I told him to do a right one, so it's very easy to duck. And in a fight it's the same. He reads his opponent. So after a while I'm fairly certain what attack he will do. So I try to read what he's doing and I try to confuse him with my own things. So let's show you how to start that whole thing. So when the fight would start, at first I would try to keep out of distance, stay out of distance. As far away, yeah, if he's closing up, I'll soon run into the window, so please don't. So I'm here, and I'll just try to look, how is he moving? I'll try to get a feeling for his movements, for his punches, for his kicks, and I'll try to see how close do I need to come before he starts hitting, or when I hit, how close do I need to come before he starts defending? And then I'll use mostly attacks that are very low risk at first, to just figure out, okay, where is a gap, where can I enter? And I'll try to make him react to what I am doing. A lot of the whole game is trying to take the initiative, to always be proactive and force my opponent to be reactive. It's not even about walking forward or backwards. I can walk backwards and be very proactive. And if I'm countering is absolutely not waiting for him to attack me and then do whatever. It is making him attack me with a specific attack. So maybe if I want him to attack me with his left, I'll circle towards his left side. If I want him to attack me with his right, I'll circle towards his right. I'll probably drop my left hand a bit to make him attack with his right. And when he does, then I can counter him so easy. So just start step by step by step. Just jab, jab, jab. jab cross, you know, left kick sometimes. If you see something, okay, try to go with your right, but usually only take the risk when you're fairly certain that you will hit him. And you can set up him for falling for your traps by creating a rhythm and then breaking it. Like I'm here, I'm jabbing, boom, jabbing, okay, yeah, he's running away. So I'm trying to jab, okay, he's still running away. I see what he's doing, so I'm doing something else. I'm like, ha, opa, yeah. Because he was kind of going back and then coming in again. So I saw that he's neglecting his legs. What I wanted to do is him to defend my left jab. Let's try it again. No, my left jab, yeah, yeah, yeah. And when I see it, okay, he's defending my jab good enough, suddenly I'm coming with a hook. Or I'm trying to maybe hook hard. I'm gonna slap now, but in the fight I'm gonna hook hard to his head until I see, oh, his elbow is coming up. And in one of the next shots I'm gonna set up like I would do a hook, and then I'm gonna, yeah, now you know what I'm doing, so yeah, thanks for messing that up. But in a fight he would not, right? In a fight he would still think, okay, I'm hitting his head, and then I'm going for the liver. Now I really wanted to hit your liver, man, because you messed up my technique before, but okay. And same thing over and over again. And the trick is that, well, it happens in a fight, of course, a lot of times too. He's defending the liver shot, bam, and most spectators or most beginners will not realize what's happening. When I spar with beginners, a lot of times they believe that everything I did was absolutely on purpose. And that's what I want to make them think. Every professional wants to make you think that. A beginner will be like, Cheb, I didn't knock him out, like, ah, man, this punch, still, man. And the pro will just be like, oh, you hit me, and he's be like, bam, yeah, that was totally what I wanted to block your hand with my face. And he's gonna smile at you, and you're like, man, what is his strategy? And his strategy is just to fuck you up mentally as well. And I'm just gonna you know, play my cards, and I'm gonna do enough that I just need a couple good shots, and it's gonna end. It's not that one big shot. I'm trying to set you up for failure, boom. I'm trying to hit you hard, and I just need a couple good ones, and I will win. A single hit that does not hit, that you defend, I don't mind. I don't care. I just carry on and keep on fighting. And that's how you should handle a fight. And in my humble opinion, the most important piece of strategy. Start small, start secure, try out, get informations, and try out new combinations, new ways, and if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, try something new. Thanks for watching. Now you know it, time to practice. That's the most important piece of strategy, so practice it, practice it. I like to tell my students that you see a lot of world-class fighters with kind of mediocre technique. Best example is probably Deontay Wilder or someone like this, which is just swinging around, but he's got timing, he's got the eye, he's got a distance feeling. That's how you do it. He's got strategy, he knows when to do what, and that's what sets apart the best fighters. Also, that's that's what sets apart the actual fighting arts from most of the traditional martial arts that don't spar and don't fight. If you don't fight, you can't fight.